Have you ever noticed how a lot of us, as we get into our 70s and beyond, seem to find ourselves spending more and more time sitting down? Maybe it's in our favorite armchair, watching a bit of television, or perhaps enjoying a cup of tea on the porch. It feels natural. Doesn't it? A well-deserved rest after decades of being on our feet. But here's a surprising truth that might just make you rethink that extra hour of sitting. The very act of sitting too much, especially as we age, can be silently, yet significantly, impacting the very framework that holds us up, our bones. It's a painful reality many don't realize until they feel that creak, that stiffness, or even worse, experience a sudden, unexpected fragility. Your bones are incredibly dynamic, constantly remodeling themselves, but they need the right signals to stay strong. And here's the secret: when you spend too much time sitting, those signals get confused, leading to consequences you might not even be aware of. In this video, we're going to uncover exactly what happens to your bones when you sit for extended periods after 70. And more importantly, we'll look at simple, practical habits and strategies you can adopt to keep your skeleton robust and resilient. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Now, let's dive straight into understanding how our bodies respond to too much sitting and what we can do about it. Starting with what might seem like the simplest, most obvious thing, but it's profoundly effective for your bone health: incorporating short, regular movement breaks throughout your day. It sounds almost too easy, doesn't it? Just get up and move. But the truth is, when we sit for long stretches, especially after turning 70, our bones, muscles, and even our circulation start to slow down in a way that isn't beneficial. Our bones thrive on what's called load-bearing activity, essentially, the gentle stress that comes from moving against gravity. Think about it: when you stand, walk, or even just shift your weight, your bones get tiny signals that tell them, hey, we need to stay strong here. Sitting, on the other hand, largely removes that gravitational pull and the necessary mechanical stress that keeps bone cells active and rebuilding. So, imagine you're settling in for a good long read, or maybe you're absorbed in a documentary. What happens? Minutes turn into an hour, then 2, and before you know it, you've been in the same position, or very close to it, for a significant part of your morning or afternoon. During that time, your bones aren't getting the messages they need. Over time, this can lead to a gradual weakening, making them more susceptible to fractures. The good news is, you don't need to suddenly start training for a marathon. The power lies in consistency and small, frequent changes. Let's make this actionable. One fantastic habit is to set a gentle reminder for yourself every 30 minutes, or at the very least, every hour. A simple kitchen timer, a phone alarm, or even a smart speaker can prompt you. When that reminder goes off, stand up. Don't just stand there. Though, add a little movement. Maybe walk to the window and look outside for a minute. Stretch your arms above your head as if reaching for the sky, or just do a few gentle marches in place, lifting your knees slightly. Even a short walk to the kitchen for a glass of water, or to check the mail, counts. These small bursts of activity wake up your bone cells, stimulate blood flow, and engage the muscles that support your skeleton. Think of it like a little internal pep talk for your bones. If you're watching TV, make it a habit to stand up and walk around during commercials. If you're reading, stand up and stretch between chapters. These micro breaks accumulate over the day and make a significant difference. It's about breaking the pattern of prolonged stillness. We're not talking about strenuous exercise here, just gentle movement that reminds your bones they're still needed and active. It's truly amazing how a few minutes of standing and gentle movement every hour can help counteract the negative impact of long periods of sitting on your bone density and overall skeletal health. It helps keep your joints more lubricated too, reducing that stiff feeling when you finally do get up. So, the first key habit is to simply stand up and move, even if it's just for a minute or two, every hour. Another incredibly important aspect of maintaining strong bones as we age, especially when we're fighting the effects of too much sitting, revolves around the kind of physical activity we choose. While gentle movement breaks are vital for breaking up sedentary periods, our bones also benefit immensely from what we call weight-bearing exercises. Now, before you imagine lifting heavy barbells, let's clarify what this means. Weight-bearing exercise is any activity where your body works against gravity. This means activities where your feet and legs support your body's weight. Walking is a fantastic example. When you walk, every step sends a gentle impact through your bones, from your feet, up through your legs, hips, and spine. This impact is precisely what stimulates bone growth and helps maintain bone density. Think of it as a friendly conversation your muscles and joints are having with your bones, telling them, "Keep up the good work. We need you strong." This is so different from sitting, where your bones are essentially resting from that gravitational load. After 70, bone density naturally tends to decrease, making us more vulnerable to conditions like osteoporosis. Regular weight-bearing exercise is one of our best defenses against this. So, how can you incorporate more of this safely and effectively into your daily routine? The goal isn't necessarily to become a power walker, but to aim for consistent, moderate activity. For example, if you can, try to aim for 20 to 30 minutes of walking most days of the week. This doesn't have to be one continuous session. You could do 2 15-minute walks, or even 3 10-minute walks. A brisk stroll around the neighborhood, a walk in the park, or even marching in place vigorously indoors if the weather isn't cooperating, are all excellent options if you have stairs in your home. Consider making an extra trip up and down a couple of times a day. That's a fantastic weight-bearing exercise. Dancing, even just to your favorite music in the living room, is another wonderful way to get weight-bearing movement in a fun, low-impact way. Gardening, if it involves standing, kneeling with support to get up, and gentle digging, also counts. The key is to find activities you enjoy and that you can stick with consistently. Remember, our bones respond to regularity. Small, consistent efforts are far more beneficial than sporadic, intense bursts of activity that might lead to injury if you haven't been very active. Start slowly and gradually increase the duration and intensity. Listen to your body and never push through pain. You might consider walking with a friend or joining a walking group. The social aspect can provide an extra layer of motivation and enjoyment. The simple act of putting one foot in front of the other, day after day, is a powerful antidote to the bone-weakening effects of prolonged sitting, helping to keep your skeleton robust and your mobility intact as you continue to embrace life after 70. Next up, let's talk about something incredibly fundamental to every cell in your body, including your bones. Yet it's often overlooked when we discuss bone health: hydration. Yes, plain old water. You might be wondering, what does drinking enough water have to do with bone strength, especially in relation to sitting too much? Well, your bones aren't just dry, hard structures. They are living, dynamic tissues filled with cells, blood vessels, and a complex matrix that includes water. About 25% of your bone mass is made up of water. Adequate hydration is crucial for the transport of nutrients to bone cells, for the removal of waste products, and for maintaining the flexibility and elasticity of the collagen fibers within the bone matrix. Think of your bones like a sponge. A well-hydrated sponge is flexible and resilient, while a dry one becomes brittle and more prone to breaking. When you're sitting for extended periods, especially if you're not moving much, it's easy to forget to drink enough water. You might not feel as thirsty, or perhaps you avoid drinking to minimize trips to the bathroom. However, even mild dehydration can impact your overall energy levels, your circulation, and the efficiency of your body's various systems, including those that support bone health. So, how much water is enough? And how can you make sure you're getting it? Even when you're less active, A general guideline for adults is about 8 8-ounce glasses of water a day, though individual needs can vary based on activity level, climate, and overall health. But instead of fixating on a specific number, let's focus on simple habits. Keep a glass or a reusable water bottle within easy reach. Wherever you tend to sit, if it's right there, you're much more likely to sip throughout the day. Try to make it a habit to drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. Then, before each meal, have another glass. These are natural prompts. You can also flavor your water with slices of lemon, lime, cucumber, or a few berries if plain water isn't appealing. Herbal teas, like peppermint or chamomile, can also contribute to your fluid intake, as can water-rich foods like fruits and vegetables. Think about grapes, melon, oranges, strawberries, or cucumbers, bell peppers, and celery. All of these contribute to your hydration. It's not just about what you drink, but also about the quality of that fluid. Sugary drinks, excessive caffeine, and alcohol can actually have a dehydrating effect or interfere with nutrient absorption. So it's best to consume them in moderation. By staying well hydrated, you're not only supporting the health of your bones directly, but also indirectly by maintaining healthy blood flow, which delivers essential bone-building nutrients like calcium and vitamin D to where they're needed. Furthermore, good hydration helps maintain the health of your joints, keeping the cartilage lubricated and flexible, which can make movement more comfortable and enjoyable. When your joints feel better, you're more likely to engage in those vital movement breaks and weight-bearing activities we talked about earlier. So, remember, keeping your body well hydrated throughout the day is a simple, yet incredibly powerful strategy to support robust bones, especially when you're navigating the balance between activity and rest after 70. Now, let's turn our attention to 2 more critical pillars for bone health that work hand in hand to keep your skeleton strong and resilient, especially when you're combating the effects of prolonged sitting, ensuring you get enough calcium and vitamin D. These aren't just buzzwords, they are absolute essential nutrients for bone formation and maintenance. Calcium is the primary building block of your bones, literally making up the hard structure. Think of it like the bricks in a strong house. Without enough calcium, your bones can become brittle and porous, similar to a house built with crumbling bricks. After 70, our body's ability to absorb calcium can decrease, and our dietary intake might not always be sufficient, making it even more important to pay attention to this mineral. So, where do we get this vital mineral? Dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese are excellent and well-known sources. A cup of milk can provide a significant portion of your daily calcium needs. If you're not a dairy fan, or if you have lactose intolerance, don't worry. There are plenty of other options. Fortified plant-based milks like almond milk, soy milk, or oat milk are often enriched with calcium, making them great alternatives. Dark leafy green vegetables, such as kale, collard greens, and spinach, are also good sources, though the calcium from some of these can be less readily absorbed. Canned salmon and sardines with bones are surprisingly rich in calcium, and a wonderful source of healthy fats too. Tofu, if it's calcium set, and certain nuts and seeds, like almonds and sesame seeds, also contribute. The key is to aim for a variety of calcium-rich foods throughout your day to meet your body's needs. For example, starting your day with yogurt and berries, having a green salad for lunch, and including fortified plant milk with your cereal or in a smoothie can go a long way. Now, here's where vitamin D comes into the picture and why it's so crucial. Calcium is the brick, but vitamin D is the cement. Without adequate vitamin D, your body simply cannot effectively absorb the calcium you consume from your food. No matter how much you eat, it's like having all the bricks for your house, but no mortar to hold them together. Your body primarily makes vitamin D when your skin is exposed to sunlight, for people over 70. However, the skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sun exposure. This, combined with less time spent outdoors, especially if prolonged sitting keeps you inside, can lead to a significant deficiency. So, how do we get enough vitamin D? Safe sun exposure is one way. Even 10-15 minutes of direct sunlight on your arms and legs a few times a week can be beneficial. But always be mindful of sunburn and skin health. Dietary sources of vitamin D are fewer but important. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and tuna are good natural sources. Some foods like milk, cereals, and orange juice are often fortified with vitamin D. Because it's challenging to get enough vitamin D from diet and sun alone, especially as we age. Many healthcare professionals recommend a vitamin D supplement. It's always a good idea to talk to your doctor about testing your vitamin D levels and determining the right dosage for you. Ensuring you have both sufficient calcium and vitamin D working together is a powerful strategy to maintain bone density and counteract the weakening effects that prolonged sitting can have on your skeletal system, making sure those bones stay strong for all the active years ahead. Finally, let's explore an often underestimated but crucial aspect of bone health and overall well-being, especially as we get older and might find ourselves sitting more. Incorporating activities that focus on balance and muscle strength. You might wonder, how do balance and muscles directly relate to bone health? Well, it's a beautifully interconnected system. Strong muscles provide better support for your bones and joints. When your muscles are strong, they act like a protective shield around your bones, helping to absorb impact and reduce the stress on the skeleton. Think about your core muscles. For instance, a strong core helps stabilize your spine, which is a key part of your bone structure. If your core muscles are weak due to inactivity and too much sitting, your spine takes on more of the load, potentially leading to discomfort or even a greater risk of spinal fractures. And then there's balance. Poor balance is a leading cause of falls, and a fall, unfortunately, can have devastating consequences for bone health, often resulting in fractures, particularly of the hip, wrist, or spine. These types of injuries can significantly impact independence and quality of life. The good news is that balance and strength are highly trainable, even after 70. And even if you've been sedentary, simple balance exercises don't require special equipment or a gym. You can start with something as easy as standing on one foot while holding onto a sturdy counter or chair for support. Try holding it for 10-15 seconds. Then switch legs. As you get more comfortable, you can try doing it without holding on, or for longer periods. Another great balance exercise is walking heel to toe, as if you're walking on a tightrope. This helps improve proprioception, which is your body's awareness of its position in space. These exercises don't put direct impact on your bones, but they prevent the falls that can lead to bone fractures. For muscle strength, you don't need to lift heavy weights. Bodyweight exercises are incredibly effective. Simple chair squats, where you sit down and stand up from a chair repeatedly, can strengthen your leg muscles and glutes. Wall push-ups, where you lean against a wall and push away, are great for arm and chest strength. Even carrying groceries or gardening activities like raking and digging contribute to muscle strength. Resistance bands are also an excellent tool for gentle, controlled strength training. They offer resistance without heavy weights and can be used to strengthen various muscle groups, from your arms to your legs. Remember, strong muscles help you move more confidently, which in turn encourages you to be more active and participate in those bone-strengthening, weight-bearing activities we discussed. When you feel strong and steady on your feet, you're less likely to fear movement and more likely to embrace it. So, by actively working on your balance and muscle strength, you're not just preventing falls, you're building a more robust, supportive system for your bones, allowing them to better withstand the daily demands of life and counteracting the weakening effects that prolonged sitting can impose. It's about empowering your body to move safely and confidently through every day. So, we've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? From those seemingly innocent hours spent sitting to the profound impact they can have on your bones after 70. And most importantly, what you can actively do about it. We talked about the crucial importance of incorporating those short, regular movement breaks throughout your day, even just a minute or two every hour, to send those vital signals to your bones. We explored the power of weight-bearing activities like walking, which gently stress your bones in the best possible way, encouraging them to stay strong and dense. We also highlighted how absolutely fundamental good hydration is, ensuring your bones are flexible and that nutrients can get to where they need to be. And let's not forget the dynamic duo of calcium and vitamin D, the essential building blocks and the cement that hold your bone structure together, with practical ways to ensure you're getting enough. Finally, we emphasized how vital balance and muscle strength are, not just for supporting your bones directly, but for preventing falls that could lead to fractures, empowering you to move with confidence and freedom. Remember, every single one of these habits is something you can start incorporating today, right where you are. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Even small, consistent changes truly add up to make a monumental difference in your bone health and your overall well-being. Think of it as investing in your future self, ensuring that your bones remain strong and capable for all the wonderful experiences still ahead of you. It's about taking proactive steps to live your life to the fullest, maintaining your independence, and enjoying every moment without the limitations that fragile bones can impose. Your body is incredibly resilient, and it responds beautifully to care and attention. Don't underestimate the power you have to positively impact your health, even at 70 and beyond. It's never too late to start building stronger bones and a more robust you. We'd love to hear from you. What small changes are you going to make to support your bone health? Do you have any favorite gentle exercises or tips for staying active? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be just what someone else needs to hear to get started. And if you found this video helpful and encouraging, please give it a big thumbs up. That really helps us reach more people who can benefit from this information. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more practical advice and inspiring content designed to help you live your best life at every age. Thank you for watching. And remember, your journey to stronger bones and a healthier, happier you continues with every small, positive step you take. Live your best life at every age.